So what are the trends in like how many certs to be viable in that space? What does that look like to you?
Like, it really depends. If you're an architect, you're going to want your PD2 at least, and maybe some one or two other things, right? Like, it
Okay.
can be
Yeah.
helpful. But a lot of companies are like, look, you don't have to have all the certs. I've got like one of my clients that I'm exclusive with it. They're like, look, you need to show up with your PD1. Just show up with that. And then within 6 months, you're going to need to have to pass these 2 or 3 other certifications. And by the way, we're going to give you an extra $250 or $500 per month on your salary for every certification that you add, because it
Mm,
brings that much more value to them as a Salesforce partner
right.
or as a PDO. Okay. So I don't know, one, one cert, that's a good place to
One's good enough.
start.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's good. Two, three. There are a lot that will ask for everything, right? Like, I've got some clients that are like, yeah, we want these 7 certs. Like, why? They're only going to be doing this one thing. And you got to figure out like those. So you want to mix of technical and functional certifications. I don't know if that's the best way to go. Not really, right?
Hmm.
So I think if someone gets people just have to do what fits into their life at the end of the
Right.
day,
Yeah.
right? You need more certs. I don't say that to people unless they have none. Unless they have
Right.
none.
Sure.
But if they're a developer and they're not at least trying to get their PD1, their platform developer one, why wouldn't you at least try for that? Yeah.
Yeah, that shows you have a baseline level. I feel like one, then start your job search. So for those people that are still newer in the ecosystem, take all your focus off of, or maybe 10% still learning, growing in Salesforce. Point the rest of your energy
Yeah.
towards job searching, being someone who interviews well and
Yeah.
comes across, can present themselves, and all that stuff.
Yeah, and works well. Interviewing well is one thing,
Sure.
but don't show up at the job and be a jerk. Like,
Hmm.
just be a good person, and usually it'll come across. Be helpful to others, right? Know what your faults are. Be open to criticism. Try not to be overly defensive. People might have a point, right? They might have a point about you.
Yeah.
Be open to it, right? Like, they might be
Hmm.
right. Sometimes the whole world knows what your problem is, and you won't listen. And there are definitely
Yeah.
candidates like that. So just be open to the criticism. And I recommend anyone going out on the job search, whether you're coming from being a barista at a coffee shop or coming from a vice president of the Salesforce practice, is to go to your boss and say, what was I good at? What would you have liked to see me improve on? Where did I completely just bomb it? Tell me, if you could change one thing about me, hit me, tell me. I need to know.
Hmm. Yeah.
What would that be? Find out what other people think about you. I think it's really important.